Hi, my friends. This is Lada from astrolada.com, and today we're not talking about astrology, but we're talking about something every woman and a lot of men love. We're talking about fashion and style. Hello, Tia. I have here for you a beautiful, super talented lady who is a personal stylist. Actually, I had the pleasure this summer. She was so highly recommended to me that we went to Barcelona to meet her, and she did personal shopping with my husband. And that's why I was so impressed by what I learned just in 4 hours with her, that I was like, okay, Tia, you have to teach that to my girls on YouTube and to our guys that follow us, because this is rare information. And then we decided to collaborate. So hello, Tia, nice to meet you.
Nice. Hi. It's so nice to be with you here. Thanks for having me today. I will be so happy to have this conversation with you, talking about style, astrology, just a pinch of astrology and fashion, and share a little bit of my knowledge with your followers.
Yes, we're 85% or 75% women, so I'm sure a lot of them want to hear that Tia has prepared for us free, basically a tutorial on fashion today with certain tips that that are not everywhere on YouTube. She said it's more higher level fashion, didn't you? Higher level fashion.
Yes, it's advanced.
Yes, we love that. Thank you. And Tia, by the way, to tell you, Tia is Cancer Sun and Libra rising. You can see the Libra rising from her, and that's why she's got impeccable taste. And when we went with my husband to Barcelona to shop with Tia, till then he was always dressing in really kind of dull colors, grays and blacks and whites. And Tia just saw a picture of him before that, and she was like, she saw him and she said, no, I want you to wear color. I want you to wear this kind of bright blues. And I was like, oh, bright blues and oranges. What is going to... And I can show you, he looks amazing. I can share a few pictures. I was just so excited to see my husband looking so different, more youthful, cooler, trendier. I never knew that pink will look great on him. I never knew that bright orange will look great on him. We haven't taken many pictures with clothes yet because we shopped for 2 years, 3 years ahead for winter, spring, summer. But I'm going to show you just a few pictures. What is that? Desktop. Yes, I'll share the desktop with you. So here's my husband. That's the day after that. I don't know if people can see, but he's in a pink shirt and it looked amazing on him. Then Tia taught him that a man should always match his belt with his shoes, or his, what was it? Belt with shoes or belt with...
Yeah, this is the basic rule, basically, to match the color and the texture of the belt with the color and the texture of the shoes. And if you go casual, of course, you can match the color of the belt with the color of the t-shirt, the shirt, or the pants. So the belt will be completely the same color and you basically will not recognize it. And that's the only way. If you go in a casual look, then you can really basically wear different color and different texture of the fabric of the shoes and the belt. Otherwise, they have to be absolutely the same. This is the rule.
And I didn't know that. And my husband was after that, someone walking around and saying, looking at the other guys, they don't know how to dress. They're not matching the belt with the shoes. He's a fashion snob. Here it is, him wearing bright blues. I mean, like, I would never have thought that, like, dressing like a parrot, but it looks amazing. Funny enough, the baby is also dressed.
Yeah, they're like a team.
Yeah. And here he is with those bright and colorful trousers. I would always pass away such things in the shops, and I would say something, you know, less sharp, less loud. But it suited him. You just looked at him and said these kind of root colors will suit him greatly. So I was very excited to see.
I really wanted him to have something that will give him volume, because he's a very tall guy and he needed a little bit of volume in his, thanks to the shape of his clothing, so we can have some shoulders, bigger shoulders and volume around the areas we really wanted to emphasize. So it was about picking the clothes that will give some 3D elements, some embellishments, and some bright colors, big patterns, something that is really bold, because I think as a person he is bold, and we really had to show this to the world.
Oh, wow. He's also Cancer with liberal rising like you.
We are bold and ambitious people. Yeah.
But the thing is that people started commenting after that, saying to him, have you been working out? So you must have given this, because she got him stripes and different kind of,
Yeah.
I would never look at such clothes for a guy. And then he puts them and he looks like his shoulders are wider.
Yeah.
His muscles look bigger. I was like, wow. So there is really a trick to that. And Tia, when are you gonna do mine? I need funny clothes.
Barcelona. We'll do it for you.
I can't wait. I'm so excited to have my styling done with you soon as well. Maybe we'll do it online, because Tia actually offers services. You can check her services on Astrolada. She does packages for 90 days. She can transform you. There's different packages for someone who starts dating, for single women, or for someone who is a busy mom, or for business as well.
Yes. Yes.
So she's offering just an individual consultation, and she's done really fair prices for Astrolada audiences. She charges more in person, of course, and she gives you 90 days. You can look at those packages, but I'm excited. I'm so excited to work with you, Tia. Tia will be making a free webinar for us in about, when was that?
On the 12th.
On the 12th of October.
It's a free webinar?
Yeah.
October. Yes.
And it will be the 10 styling mistakes and how to avoid them. That would be awesome.
We all do them. We all do these mistakes. And honestly, I've done them before. And but once when you have this knowledge, then you remember them. It's not about writing them down, but when you have the choice to pick one or the other dress, for example, let's say we talk about dress, then you remember this mistake and you say, oh, I will go with this one because Tia said so. So I'm sure it's going to be really valuable information there on the 12th. And now I have some other tips for you. And
yes,
I think
there will be a webinar as well.
Yes, it's a small webinar.
Actually, you know who told me about you? It was Natalia. Natalia, I saw her and she was like, oh, you dress like you're 14, Lada. You're a businesswoman. You're grown up. Dressed like with a short dress, super short. Even my bum was probably showing. That was 2 sizes small. And she was like, you need to. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh. But then my husband, he had birthday then. But yes, let's go. I want to see the tips.
Let's go ahead.
Oh, by the way, how many years have you been doing that?
Sorry, I didn't
How
hear.
many years have you been doing that?
Styling particularly for 4 years now, but I was in love with fashion and clothing creation, I don't know, my whole life. I think I was 8 or 9 years old when it all started. It was when my mom took me to a tailor shop, and the guy there needed to create shorts for me for the summertime. And when I saw how this guy created shorts out of nothing, out of some piece of fabric, I just couldn't help but be in love with this. It's not fashion actually. It was only clothing creation. And when we went back home, I said to my mom, "Okay, can you just teach me how to do this? Just the basic things." Actually, she's not a seamstress. She knows nothing about clothing. She's an engineer. So she said, okay, I have this sewing machine. If you learn it on your own, go for it, but I know nothing, so I cannot teach you. It took me like 3 months to teach the basic steps, the basic rules. And the first tries, they were not impressive. I was using my mom curtains and everything, like the sheets, because I didn't know that you actually have to use some particular fabrics in order to have some shapes.
So fashion.
So it was funny. On the third month,
dresses did you make?
Actually, they didn't even have any shape. They were like this because I didn't know there is something called pattern and cut, and you actually have to follow the shape of the body. But then everything changed at some point because I graduated. I became a designer, and then I worked in different areas in fashion. So I built a really massive knowledge, I can say, designing work uniforms, designing stage costumes of any kind. Some of them were really provocative for strippers, let's say. I also had my own collection from organic for organic clothing. I don't know,
You
my
create
list.
clothes as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's a long list, and it's really hard to answer how big is my experience, how many years. But styling, let's say, is 4 years, based on a lot of years of other fashion fields experiences.
Well, when I looked at your horoscope, I just knew that you have to be a fashion designer, or you have to do something with styling, because Tia is Libra rising, which is the sign of design and passion. And the ruler that rules the whole life and horoscope is Venus conjunct the midheaven. The midheaven is career, and Venus is passion. So her career is passion. That's what she was born to do. So
Yeah.
thank you. And Tia will be making a paid webinar on the 25th of October, which will be on the body
26, sorry.
26 on Saturday.
Yeah, this
It
Saturday.
will be on the body types, how to define what body type you are and how to dress for it. So that would be fantastic. I'm very excited to see it. It will be interactive. You're going to bring pictures, you're going to discuss stuff. So very exciting. But let's start with the presentation. I guess people came to see that.
Yeah.
Share the screen.
The first 4 pictures are about women who are actually my clients. And as you can see, even the first one is a beautiful woman who came, she actually came to me 1 year ago. I think it was September 2018. Yeah, I think now everybody can see it. Yes, perfect. She's actually a woman after divorce, and she wanted to have a wardrobe that can help her find the new Mr. Right, let's say it like this. But honestly, when I opened her wardrobe, she had only black colors or gray colors and nothing that is brighter than this. And I was really shocked. We started from the very beginning, from scratch. I had to do a wardrobe detox with her, and then we went shopping. Honestly, 2 weeks ago, she sent me a very, very long personal letter saying how was this year, because we were working for 12 months with her, and we just finished two weeks ago, and she said, I am so impressed from what I have now, and you can have the face. I mean, you don't have to see even the clothes. You can see her face, how she is smiling. And anyway, talking about her letter, at the end, she was just finishing. Now I have the same problem as I had 1 year ago. When I met you, I didn't know what to wear, but now I have the same problem with the mindset, what to wear from all these beautiful clothes I have in my wardrobe. It's not like not having what to wear in my wardrobe anymore. And now she's dating a guy, so let's see what will happen. I don't know, but at the end we have a happy end, let's say it like this.
Yeah, as you've introduced the red colors, the colors of passion, and
yes,
I think that when you're single, you have to wear more red, because this is how
definitely. I completely agree. Red is the color of passion, and red is the color that can bring more energy and more attraction to another person, to the guys. Guys are really attracted by red, and there is so much to talk about this color, but let's do it another time when we talk specifically for psychology of colors. And then we can go to the next client case. I think this was a very nice picture. Just to, yes, this is a busy mom, and that's the left picture is how actually the first picture she sent to me, that was almost 2 years ago, and she has 2 children, little girls, and she's a software engineer. She's almost like you. She has no free time to go shopping, or to think about how she has to get dressed. And she basically
dresses like me. I dress like that at the before picture. So
actually, when you work from home, it's so easy to dress like this, isn't it? because you just get off of the bed and you just put the first thing you see in your wardrobe, only because you don't want to be naked, and that's all, because nobody will see you. And people, honestly, many times they don't think about the mindset, because they don't really like, they have so many things to do in their everyday life. They don't really have the time to think, okay, what are the colors I have to wear now? Okay, I will put only the clothes that will make me feel comfortable, and that's all. But then
the worst is that not only at home, I started going out like that. I'm like, oh, okay, who's going?
oh
I'm like, I was looking at my clothes from 5 years ago. I had so much better clothes. Now I'm Walmart. Everything is from.
yeah, that's a very big risk. Working from home, it's a big trap, honestly. You have to be really conscious, and um, to just put the time in the morning, 5-10 minutes, to get dressed. On the right, you can see what we get accomplished for her, and this is a very beautiful story, because actually at the end of the 4th month, I believe it was, her husband asked her to go out for dinner, only the 2 of them, without the children. And he said to her that he fell in love with her again, because she now looks so beautiful. And I'm just really even sharing this story again. It was amazing. She's a woman that like monochromatic looks and minimalistic looks, so without too much patterns. As you can see, I'm guided by her style, her inner sense of style. I'm just shaping and I'm giving her suggestions how to style. I never, working with my clients, I never give my style, and I never push somebody to wear whatever I think it's right for this person. It's always what the person feels right, and what is their inner sense of beauty, what needs to be the guidance for the whole process. So this is what you can see. She's again stylish, but with her sense of style, which is a little bit more minimalistic.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, because not everyone looks good in patterns.
Yes, that's true.
I thought I didn't look good in patterns, so I thought my husband won, but it suits him so much. Like the more loud it was, the better it looked. Okay, next one.
Yes, let's go ahead. Yeah. This is a woman who was she was basically changing her career path, and she was going from one decade of her life to another, and switching this sometimes, and at the same time career and different decades, you basically need completely new wardrobe, because the 30s and the 40s are different, and then the 40s are different than the 50s. Your body change, your profession change, the things that you get accomplished change, and you're basically a different person. So the clothes that you had when you were in your, let's say when you were 22, they need to be different when you turn 50, which is the case here. And when we started working together, we had the same situation, too much black color. She was believing that while wearing black color is the safest way to look elegantly. Actually, it was completely opposite. And her career, actually, she needed to meet clients, which, I mean, the black collar is really the worst choice when you work with clients, because it builds a very high wall, and people feel you as the powerful person, the person who is very far from them, the person who is a dictator, basically. So the black collar is not really the right choice when talking, when meeting clients. So we went for another options. As you can see, it's still conservative, but it's a very, we have only 3 options, but we built a very massive wardrobe here. And now she has a very successful business in Austria, and she lives there. She has 20 people working for her, and she's really happy, and you can see that from her face. It's a nice.
It opens her up. The color, she looks slimmer with those clothes.
Yes.
With the black. It's wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm carrying on.
And here we have a beautiful lady. As I said, different decades, they need different style, right? Here we have a girl that she just started her career actually. And she was a student. She didn't have idea how to get dressed for the new decades. She was entering her 20s, and she just got a new boyfriend, and she wanted to have clothing for dating with him for the evenings. And my goal here was with the first three looks was to give her some nice and still casual looking outfits that will give her confidence when going to the office where she meets a lot of clients, and then have some casual and young looking outfits when she go on date.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I think it's the sweet part of our conversation. Now let's go ahead one slider further and start with the important part. I think when it comes to style, one of the most important things that we have to think of is the accessorizing our look. Honestly, without having any accessorize, we can look too simple, and to have our look like we didn't put any efforts to look interesting and catchy. I guess everybody knows that we can build the first impression in 7 seconds, but very few people know that based on the latest research, actually we built the first impression only for 3 seconds, and we build it only by looking the person from the head down, even without looking the face.
Oh, wow.
So knowing that, we really have to be aware that we have to put way more efforts in our clothing. And that was really important to share with you before talking about the pictures. The accessorize, I'm not saying that you have to put too much efforts like matching, trying 1 million things. We all are so busy. Our days are so, we have to do so many things. You basically jump from one meeting to another place, and you don't have time to think for your clothes. But adding only some earrings or some hat or some interesting scarf, you can have this finish, this complete look that will give you this confidence that you will need through the day. And as you can see on the left side, we have one simple look. A person could wear it in the left side without any accessorize. But then if you add just a belt, the black belt that will emphasize the waistline, you can have this feminine touch and this feminine look that we all need it. I mean, femininity is always trendy, right? And then you can have some nice small earrings, and the bag that it matches the shoes. The pictures below are of course for maternity, but here we have contrast. It doesn't, the accessorize, they don't have to be always to be with the same colors like from the basic clothing. They can be from the completely different palette. Like here you have this warm orange color, but then you have also this summer blue that is a very nice touch, and I think it brings this freshness to the look. Especially in maternity, you need this freshness, because I'm sure you can relate to this. You need some nice looking clothes. Most of the time, clothing for maternity are not that fashionable, and I think it's a nice touch.
You're gonna teach us maybe another time about colors as well, aren't you? Because I sometimes it's so hard. I would never have thought to combine this orange red with blue. I mean, you have to have an eye for that. So Tia promised to teach us another time,
Yeah.
a seminar or free webinar. She'll be a regular guest. I really love watching us to teach. So you can teach us about color. But yeah, the one above. The first example, it just looks like a dowdy old lady's dress, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a few things, it just looks like super fashionable and useful.
Yes. Yes, and when you complete your outfit with accessorize, they don't always have to be big and bright and bold. It all depends on your sense of style. You can stop where you feel comfortable. Do you know, some of my clients, especially post-maternity, after having one or two children, uh, when they're still young, most women share with me that they don't feel comfortable wearing any accessorize anymore. They used to wear a big and bold accessorize, but they don't wear them anymore. And it's like starting from scratch, starting again to learn how to get used to some accessorizes. And my advice here will be to start with something small. For example, look at the right side, the look with the cardigan. You have only scarf and a nice looking bag that matches the color of the shoes. Here you have almost the same colors. It's not a bright color, it's not like purple, let's say. And here it's something simple. If you don't feel comfortable to start with something that is brighter and bold, just go simple and start with something that is really small, but will give you the habit to think about accessorize every morning, and to just add some, let's say, earrings, or let's say necklace, or the hairband, something that will just give another level of your look.
You know, interesting, because Natalia teaches the 4 archetypes that every woman goes through that period, and the lover archetype usually uses bold accessories, big, chunky, interesting, bright, flashing colors. And once you become the mother archetype, you really stop doing that. I've
Yes.
cardigans and knitted stuff, and I used to accessorize both, and now I don't. So very true, to revive and that's also your sexual energy dies out.
Oh, absolutely.
When you accessorize with those clashing colors or starting little by little, your sexual, you generate more sexual energy and sexual magnetism, and the lava starts being reignited in you, which is great to remember for me. I'm saving you, Tia.
Now you have a lot of options, and you can think of in the morning tomorrow, let's say.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
We can go to the next one. I think, yes, here is another good styling tip for everybody to remember. And the basic tip is not cut your body proportions in half, which means basically to never wear clothes that can visually make your body looks like two parts that are the same. As you can see on the left side, this woman, and it doesn't have to be a baggy clothing like here. In this specific particular case, we have really baggy and they're oversized clothing basically. But imagine that they fit this woman. It would be the same mistake. By cutting the body in two pieces, you basically make your body look shorter, and it's not pleasant for the eye. Let's see the right side, where the proportions are basically correct, where the first picture shows the upper part is shorter and the bottom part is longer. Then the second, we have bigger, longer parts is the upper part, and then we have shorter part, and then it's the opposite again. So it doesn't really matter which one you will pick. We can continue playing with the length, but the most important is to never cut our visually, of course, our body in half. And this is actually something we as a human creatures learn from the nature. It's called the golden ratio. I don't know if you know that, but people who listen to us, they can go and just search it in Google. The golden ratio is basically something that we have learned from the nature, is the perfect proportion of the different flowers, different species, different animals, and even some buildings. And this is the proportion that people use for design, for architecture, for photography, for many different areas, and of course design and styling. And applying in here, I'm giving you a really golden rule: never cut your body proportion in half, and you will be very happy and very happy with the results. It's a very I'm sure from tomorrow everybody will notice other people on the street if they did this. It's something I do from, I don't know, for a while, and many people do this mistake, and I think it's really important to avoid it. If we don't have the right clothes, we can sometimes play with the length. It's always a nice way to avoid it.
So it's not that balance or equal is not, does not equal, balance thing does not equal beauty. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So what is the golden ratio? Was it 1 to for one part and the other part is 1.6, something like that?
Actually, it's way more complicated, and this is one of the things we will learn in the talking about body types. And I will go really in deep. I will give way more explanation what exactly are the proportion and what are the different types of outfits we can follow. It's basically like a pattern, like a model we can follow, and once we learn it, we'll never go wrong by picking the wrong clothes. But yeah, one of the proportions is 3 by 5.
Oh, okay.
3 pieces by 5. For example, the first woman with the orange skirt is 3 by 5.
Ah, that's the one I like the most. Thank you. Next one.
Yeah, next one. Do you know, the other day I was a speaker to a very big event, and I was talking to the audience how to get dressed when they go to an interview. And in order to be really prepared, I asked some human resources specialists, not some, like 10 people from different big companies, to give me a feedback. What is one of the things that what are the mistakes people do when go to an interview? And all of them, they told me people come to the interview in a really casual way. Dressing clothes that are not appropriate. But this is not only about the interview. Very often people go to a wedding or to meet some client or a potential partner, just looking too casual. I mean, if you want to have extraordinary outcome of some activity, it doesn't matter what a kind of activity you have to put some efforts in your look. And sometimes it's not only about you and about your look, but it's also about giving some respect to the person who invited you to their special anniversary, to their wedding. They will have a picture with you, and they will look at you forever when going back in time and look at the pictures that are from their special day. So I think it's our own respect and respecting the other person if we go and just put some efforts in our look. And another really important here, important things I want to share here is about the researches. And what they say is this: if you get dressed in powerful clothes, you will feel you tend to describe yourself as a more intellectual person, smart, capable. You will think more clear and more you will have basically more ideas if we talk about work, for example. So always keep this in mind. If you wear clothes that are more elegant, powerful, smart, you will feel yourself in a different way, and you will basically believe this for yourself. I don't know if you know it, but you tend to succeed with 30%, 35% more if you get dressed in the way that is needed for some specific place. So it's not. I'm sure this sounds like something you would read everywhere and you will hear people say very often, but it's something that really have the reason to be like that, to be repeated so often. And I think people underestimate the clothes sometimes. So I wanted to remember that.
You're right, because when I dress up nice and look beautiful, I become, and I feel sexy or attractive, or when I put on makeup and an elegant dress or a feminine dress, I start behaving more feminine. I don't allow myself to say rude words in public. Even I become more gentle to my husband. When I'm at home with my pajama, I'm not even gentle to him. When I dress up, I become feminine towards him and I start kissing him, seducing him. So clothes are, it's really amazing how they affect who you how you feel inside. And absolutely. And I know that when I film a video, even, and if I put more effort, I do my hair, or for example for New Year's videos, I would put an elegant dress, and it makes such a difference also with the, it's something that I've never heard before, but I know that when I overdress for a video, dress better for a video, I get somehow better ideas. And it's the first time I heard this now from you, but it seems that it's yeah, the magic of the ritual.
Yes, usually people who get dressed in suits, for example, they have more abstract thinking. When that's why you will never see a lawyer or some person who is a manager dressing in a casual way, because they really know and feel there is a difference. And it's something that we can all use and have the benefit.
Fantastic. I'll remember that. Okay, next one.
Yes, to look current. Another psychological trick, I would say. Do you know that if we get dressed with clothes that are really dated, people will think that we are not open for communication, and we basically are strangers and people who are I'm not sure about the word. I'm sorry. I'm just searching for the right word now. But let's say in different way. Yes, we will be not so open for friendship, communication, and people will think that we are dated with our thinking. And these are basically clothes that we have for 10 or 20 years. We wear them for some special occasions, and these are special occasions that they don't come so often. For example, let's say you bought one dress that you know you will wear this dress for wedding. I see you smile. Why you smile? Do you smile? You have some story?
I was so excited today. My mom opened my old clothes from 7, 8 years, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear them again. It looks so 2008. Oh.
It's good for you that you can fit in your clothes from so like 10 years
ago. Maybe it's not good also to get into the old energy, because these were clothes that they look great, but these are clothes I wore when I was not as happy, when I had some problems and relationship and things. And I know that clothes carry energy.
Oh, definitely.
And you can, that's why I don't like secondhand clothes as well, because I don't want to pick someone else's energy. But it's definitely something very old. I think you can not only look outdated, but you can bring out old energy into the present when you wear clothes very far back.
Yes. Especially when I do wardrobe decluttering with my clients, I see this very often. People sometimes they avoid some clothes not because they don't fit in them, not because they don't look nice, but because they have bad memories, and they would say, okay, I will wear this some other time, it's not the right day today. So I completely agree. Emotions are really attached to our clothes, and when we wear them, after that we have some memories, and we have this yeah, we basically will avoid them because of this. So going back to the current look, so there is nothing wrong, by the way, wearing vintage clothing. I'm not saying that we don't have to wear vintage clothes. I'm saying that we always have to edit our look by adding some trendy or current accessories or shoes or bag to make it look like it's from nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes, because really people, they will avoid us because they will think we are not that communicative if we wear old clothes, and this is really something we can avoid.
Yeah, that's the Saturn energy, wearing old stuff, like things from 10, 15 years. And Saturn is conservatism. Saturn is closed and walled off. So it's, yeah, I'm giving the astrological point of view. But that makes sense.
Sometimes people wear
something new. A little bit, might be a scarf, might be a bag, like you said.
yes, something just to edit it. As you can see on the, yes, the nice, take it. Yeah, this is really a practical advice from me. I see very often women wearing their tops on top of the jeans or skirt, and this is something that will never, not never, but most of the times will not help us to look slender or thinner. So looking at the right side, these are the options of how we can basically tuck in our shirts, t-shirts, sweaters. You can do it like a half tuck, you can do it the front tuck, or you can basically tie the shirt, as you can see, wearing it with a nice skirt, and you can have very, very good results out of this. You can elongate your the upper part of your body, the bottom part of your body, the legs, and then you can also look slimmer, because here this is a very good way, this trick is a very good way to hide the belly, for example, or sometimes even to hide the hips, if this is an area that you really don't feel comfortable to show. And I think tucking in most of the things we have is a very good trick that we all can try, and it's very easy. Basically, you can do one of the ways I just show here. Like they are basically five different.
You don't have to tuck the whole thing in. You can just do one side, like it shows.
Only one size.
Then the hips be hidden if you tuck it all in.
Yes. It's all depend on your own sense of beauty and style, and based on the clothes that you have. But this is a trick that really can help you look more sophisticated, and I believe you can try it with almost all of the clothes you have, all of the tops.
Awesome. I've always been a bit conscious of tucking in things, but I will try it now. I think I'm doing all the things wrong.
Oh, come on. You, by the way, you bought a very nice skirt when we were shopping together. I think you have a very good sense of style.
We shopped for 6 hours. I bought one skirt. Imagine how decisive I am. Tia was shopping with my husband, and I was shopping around. And Tia was like grabbing stuff for him. He's coming back with 2 suitcases.
One skirt, but it was the right skirt.
Good. Next year, another one. By 2040, I will have a decent wardrobe. Thank you so much, Tia.
We have another, by the way, another 2 tips I prepared, like a bonus tip. I believe people will be happy to hear them.
7 tips.
Yes, there are 2 bonuses because I really want to, yeah, I think we have to go further. Great. This is the power of the length. Most women, they don't know that not only women but men, it's absolutely the same rule for men and women. The place where your skirt, your jacket or your sweater ends is the place where actually your attention is driven, and where actually the eye goes when people look at you. And as you can see on the left side, if for example you have a calf that you don't want to show too much, this length, the mid calf length, is not right. You can see it very easily. These are the options you can replace on the right side. But wearing some pants that they really end on top of the calf, they really will make this part bigger. So make sure to wear a little bit longer or a little bit shorter pants or skirt that will elongate the legs. And then let's say you have some hips that you really don't want to emphasize too much there, then you can play with the lengths, or make to choose some jacket that is a bit longer or shorter. It's the same for cardigans, for coats, for sport jackets, as I said, for t-shirts. So make sure to really make it longer or shorter, and not to end specifically on the area that you don't feel comfortable to show off too much.
So if you're uncomfortable with your belly, what do? You go
A little bit longer.
Longer, okay.
Usually.
Not higher.
Play with the length. Sorry?
Not higher. No, well, if
well, it's nothing wrong. As you can see, the first picture, if you play with the length, that will distract the eye, and again, it's a very good option. So it's not always to go, if you have to pick only one top, of course you will go longer, but
yeah.
if you have the chance to play with layering your look, you can definitely go with t-shirt, and then sport jeans, a sport jacket that will be shorter. Why not?
Fantastic. That's a great tip. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And
And then we have the last one.
Nice calves, and you want people to see them, you go with this example.
Yes, basically that's it. That is the rule.
This is my, I have to wear such ones. Okay.
You have good legs, by the way. You have to wear shorter skirts.
I have very good, exactly, the calves. Aquarius rising. Aquarius tends to have good calves. So
yes, so this is the length for you.
Yes.
So never shop on your own. Do you know?
It says shop on your own.
So sorry.
It says
never shop with friend of yours. Shop on your own. Sorry, I just ended it very quickly. To shop with a friend is basically what many women do when they need advice. And we tend to go shopping with our husbands or our friends because we need their advice. But this is something I think it's a very big mistake to do, basically because we tend to we have this need to please the other person most of the time. And that's why we will basically try something that this person will show us, and sometimes they will show, oh, why don't you try this, or why don't you try this, and we probably won't be so like, we will like it like 40-50%, but we won't be completely happy with this dress, let's say, but we will try it anyway. We will give it a chance, and at the end we probably will buy it because we want to please the other person. This is how people actually think and act, and this is part of our psychology. But then at the other side, you have also you will never take the risk and try something different, because again, you want to please this person, and because you will never try something that is completely out of what they used to pick for you. And
used to see you with. They used to see.
Yes, to see you wearing. And
that's why really your thing. I've never seen you wear such things. Why?
Yeah, most of the time people, they feel comfortable when things continue to be the same. So I think shopping on your own, it's way better. You tend to really give a chance to some new things, and if you really feel, of course, that you don't have the time, or you really go and buy the same things again and again, of course you can go and ask some personal shopper to help you with that. There is nothing wrong with this, but I think shopping on your own is one of the best things, because you can learn from your own mistakes. And our friends and our husbands and wives, they love us, and they basically want to help us by giving the best advice. But sometimes, not sometimes, if they're not professional, most of the time they will give us only advice that is based on their own experience as a person. They can't have this experience, broad experience from design. They will give you only what they will feel right for them. That's why it's really way better to feel what's right for you and to go for it without
Thank you so much, Tia. This was so
you're welcome.
I really just feel like now going out and shopping seriously. And I would really like to shop with you one day soon, hopefully by next year. But thank you for the wonderful presentation. If anyone would like their total appearance changed, their wardrobe and how they feel as a woman or a man change, you can see Tia's services. There are 90 days packages with single individual consultations. And I'm looking forward to Tia's free webinar for us. 10 styling mistakes, was it?
Yes, 10 styling mistake that some of us do, or most of us do.
Most. And it's going to be on October the 12th on Astrology channel. We'll try to do it live, so maybe Tia can interact with you at the end as well. And if you're looking, and then we're gonna do a paid professional webinar on with Tia teaching us about the body types, how to find out what your body types is, and the specific styles for your body types. And then she has another 20 topics for us that she presented, colors, accessories. It's fascinating. I'm so excited. By the end of this year, guys, maybe we'll all start looking a bit more, a little bit more feminine, or a little bit more, this beauty will come out from us, because I definitely need an update to become more bold with fashion as well. So thank you, Tia. Wonderful to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you too. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.